Good morning. Welcome to 365 Days of Virtual Living, daily morning reading, meditation, and prayer time. Ray Fellis, Senior Minister and Spiritual Leader at Columbia Center for Spiritual Living in Columbia, Maryland. Today is November 29th. I have dominion. Our reference quote this morning comes from Proverbs 4:26. Ponder the path of thy feet, and let all thy ways be established. And so the reading begins. I know that there is a God power at the center of every person's being, a power that knows neither lack, limitation, nor fear, sickness, disquiet, nor imperfection. But out of my personal experience come the negative suggestions which arise from the race consciousness. If I permit them to, they act as a mesmeric and hypnotic power over my imagination. They bring up arguments from every person's experience, declaring that impoverishment and pain must necessarily accompany every person in their experience through life. But I know that there is a presence, a power, and a law within me, irresistibly drawing everything into my experience, which makes life worthwhile. I know that friendship, love, and riches, health, harmony, and happiness are mine. I know that nothing but good can come out from me. Therefore, the good that I receive is but the completion of a circle, the fulfillment of my desire for all. So, I refuse to judge according to appearances, either mental or physical, no matter what no matter what the thought says, or what the appearance seems to be. Today, I acknowledge the presence and the power of the living Spirit, and I invite it to lead me into paths of peace, of health, and happiness and wholeness. I permit the divine Spirit to lead me into the Garden of Eden, where I know that in this garden there grows the fruit of peace and happiness and joy. And I know that the river that waters this garden flows from the heart of eternal love. As I bathe in this river of life, I permit everything to be washed away that does not belong to the kingdom of good. There is always a higher power. Upon this power I rely with absolute confidence that it will never fail me. I have dominion over all apparent evil, which is merely a belief I no longer indulge in. I repudiate all its claims, cast out every fear accompanying the belief in it, and continuously exercise the dominion which rightfully belongs to me. So let's take that into our time of meditation. One, one life, one breath, breathing this one life. One cause, that power, that presence, that substance, that activity that is creation, that causes all to be created. One substance that is absolute reality, consciousness itself. Whether we call it the quantum field, whether we call it energy, the universe, God, Buddha, Allah, Great Spirit, the great mystery, the infinite one. But whatever name we use, it is greater than that which can be named. It is beyond the limitations held in the idea of any name. This one is changeless, and yet it expresses in the multiplicity of individualized forms, giving each individualized expression the power of creation, the power to move consciousness into the activity of law. Everything as real as it is supposed to be at its level of expression. The mystery of life unfolding in physical form. I am a point where the divine expresses. I am a point where infinite life continues to expand its experience of itself through the power of choice that is at the center of my being, that is part of my birthright. And what is true of me is true of all humanity. Each one an individualized whole, an individualized cell in the body, one infinite eternal being. No separation. So I speak my word, claiming and affirming that today is a day of remembering wholeness, completeness, perfection. Today is a day of opening my awareness to a new level of being guided by that still small voice within me. The very essence of my being. Today I make that, I allow that, I empower that voice within to be the dominant voice, to allow that inner being to have dominion over this physical being. And by dominion over, I am simply prioritizing. There can be no power over in one. I am simply prioritizing my individualized experience, claiming, affirming, committing to being led by the spiritual voice, the unconditioned reality, the internal knower that knows exactly how to heal all sense of hurt, that knows exactly how to heal every twinge of anxiety that anticipates a negative change. That knows exactly how to heal and calm and bring peace to every moment of overwhelm when I look at my to-do list. I surrender to that calm within that already knows how to get it all done, how to prioritize it in a manner that the flow is easy, effortless. And that I enjoy the process. That all that is on the to-do list is holy and glorious and marvelous. I'm grateful. Grateful for the capacity to even have a to-do list. Grateful for all of the divine ideas of creation. Grateful for the ability to prioritize and to function. Grateful for this thing called prayer that reminds me when I feel like I'm on fire to stop, drop, and pray. When I feel overwhelmed to stop, drop, and pray. When I feel sad to stop, drop, and pray. Grateful for a way of life that teaches me to take responsibility. Because as I embrace my responsibility, I embrace my ability to respond. And I ignite that center of my being to inform me of the options that are available. Never choosing for me that which created me, honors all life. And so I choose and I choose and I choose again. And law, the activity of creation, does the rest. I trust how it all plays out. I celebrate every messy moment, this journey of humanity. So I let go. Because I know that all is truly in divine order. I let go. I trust that law is unfolding life perfectly. That life, for court of law is unfolding life perfectly. Whatever way we phrase it, all is in divine order. So I let go of any need to control an outcome because I recognize the outcome is inclusive of all. And I trust that the infinite, that the one mind has far greater options than this human. So I let go. And I watch in awe and amazement. Creation creating. Infinite possibility expressing. Ashe. Shalom. Aho.